Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's a little quiet. See, are you guys able to hear me? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Please put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Thank you, thank you. Let's get some music going here. It's very quiet. Thank you all for being here with me today. It has taken me a little bit of time to be able to come to a place where I can finally give my opinions on this situation. Is the music too loud? I feel like I can't hear it on my end. Thank you, D. Thank you, D. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, Denitra. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you, thank you. Everybody in the bushes, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for being here. Please hop out the bushes and hit the like button. Let's see who else we got in here. Hey, Vacay Bay, how you doing? How you doing? Mel, what's up? Number one mod is in the building. Kwame, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you guys for being here. Everybody in the bushes, what's up? What's up? What's up? Please go ahead and smash the like button for me. I'm going to try to do this as calmly as possible. I have been a mess, just so that you all are clear. I've been a mess. Not really for me, but, for everyone and what's to come and things of that nature. So I'm going to try to do this as respectfully as possible. To the chat, to anyone who may come upon this to listen, respectfully. Yeah, your opinions are your opinions. My opinions are my opinions. If you don't like my opinions, I I don't want to apologize for them because I there's no need. You can still have your opinions. I can still have mine, and we can move on, and it'll all be well. So now, if there's anything that's posted in the chat, as long as it doesn't have curse words or in it, or a threat or weaponry or anything like that, go ahead and leave it. All is well. Yeah, so we'll go on and get where we got to get to as we got to get to the things. So, first, I want to ask, how did you guys' voting day go in your states? Did you get out and vote? I don't want to ask who you voted for. Just curious as to see who voted and things like that. Thank you for being here. Yes, sir. How you doing? Thank you for being here. So, did you guys get out and vote? I did go out and vote. I did post some short videos on my page, so you'll get a chance to see that. Pulled up to a polls and it was a party, and we all woke up the next day feeling just a little bit sad. I know I was just a little bit sad. I can't speak for everyone, but I woke up feeling just a little bit of sad, and I kind of felt like I seen this post of this little girl, and I can't post her face obviously because she's a child, but she just was screaming how I was feeling. So yeah.
Fuck you, you family
bitch. That's just how I felt as I sat and I seen them all on that stage. It was just like, yeah, whatever, okay. But we got to get into the things. There's a lot of stuff that is going to happen going forward, and I just want to talk about a little bit about what it looks like for me and my natural coily hair and my real girls, my girls who are going to move forward with me and how we're going to get through this next 4 years. So that's just the goal today, to talk a little bit about what's coming up in the future, how do we maneuver through those things, and how we going to get together, what are our men going to step up and do, what are there's I just seen so much confusion. It was just I really feel like we have a really bad mental health crisis going on, and there's way more issues that need to be addressed than what was discussed. And your taxes at the grocery store and your stimulus checks and all of these things, and I am just watching people crash and burn all around the world. This internet, people are crashing and burning. On in the streets, everyday life, people are crashing and burning, and it's literally due to a mental health crisis that is just not being addressed. Neither party really talked about it, but that's neither here nor there. We had to go with what we had. Given we only had 97 days, 16 weeks, something like that, with Kamala running. There were so many challenges that she was up against, given the fact that Biden waited to the last minute to drop out and try to hand it over to her like he could just give it to her. Um, yeah. And then we just had so many of our own people, black people, against us when it came to getting her elected. So as I was sitting and I was hearing the conversation over the past 4 weeks, I came up on a lot of black people having the conversation of whether or not Kamala was black. And I really just feel like I was hearing that conversation only in black spaces. And it's simply because any white person who looks at her or anything that looks like me or anything that is brown, anything that looks like Trump that is other than, they are black. So white people are not having that conversation. They are saying she's black. We're sitting back for the 16 weeks fighting about how black she is and just so many different things. We have 4 years to do better. And I don't want to hear the conversation of what are we going to do in 2028. And we should be picking this third party and we should be going back to being Republicans. I don't want to hear all of that in 2028. You have 4 years. You have 2024, 2025, 2026. You have all this time to start implementing things and how you're going to help and how you're going to be more productive within this so-called society that we all have to live in. So that's what I'm going to be doing. As you guys know, I spent a lot of time in capital punishment, um, working with the Freedom Care Act and trying to get innocent men who are being convicted and on death row and literally are going to be red rummed because of crimes that they haven't committed. You've seen over the year we have lost several. We've saved one or two here and there, but there are still innocent people dying every day. So we're going to continue that as we also take our next steps and what we want to do for us. There is a Black Project 2025 that I want to bring you guys some more information about going forward. We'll get to that as the days go forward. But I just want to talk about what's happening right now, how things went, and where things needed to go. There's a young lady who pretty much said what I needed to say without being as disrespectful as I was going to be. So let me just check you guys out in the comments right quick before I go ahead and that. Yes, no, you voted. Great, great, great. AK Bay, you voted too. What's up? What's up? That is awesome, awesome. D, you voted. Great, great, great. Co, hey honey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right, all right, all right, all right. So thank you guys again for being here. Please make sure you smash that like button. And yeah, let us just go ahead and get into the mess. Again, please don't be offended. If you are, go have your opinion someplace else. I mean, you could have it here, that's perfectly fine. But you also have a platform since you're here. You have a platform. And if you feel like you need to make other opinions, by all means, go and do that.
So Kamala Harris didn't win you hillbilly, alcohol drinking, beer addiction, cousin kissing, blasphemous but call yourselves a Christian, homophobic, misogynistic white men. I hope you're happy. To all you confused Latinos, I hope you're happy too. And I call you confused Latinos because you're voting for Trump as a Latino person. Okay. And to all you Uncle Tom black men, I don't even want to get into you. I don't even want to get into you. I don't even want to get into you. Because I'm going to get myself upset. Watching the polls until about 5 a.m. in the morning was so humbling. This was a big fuck you to black women. This was a big fuck you to women. This was a big fuck you to the LGBTQ community. This was a big fuck you to everybody that isn't a rich white man. This was a big fuck you to us. You didn't want a black woman that was more qualified simply because she was a black woman? But the man that is a convicted felon, a rapist, essayed woman multiple times, homophobic, misogynistic, narcissistic, that wasn't enough for you. Because of what? Your fucking stimulus checks that nigga didn't even want to give you in the fucking first place? What the hell are we talking about right now? Am I surprised? Unfortunately, no. But am I disappointed? Yes, I'm disappointed because in my heart, I truly believed maybe she can when we have 15 weeks. Maybe she can when she had so many people endorsing her. She had so many people speaking up. But am I surprised? No, because this is America that was built up off of racism, homophobia, misogyny.
Yeah, so she kind of summed up a little bit of how I was feeling initially. Very angry, obviously, a little perturbed. You know, the US is up against them a lot right now, and I don't think that we truly, truly understand what that is. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some things. I just want to clear up a few things that have stayed all this time that just are not true. So we're going to do those things one thing at a time. And the first thing I wanted to work on was those stimulus checks. And I need you guys to understand, you did not get a check from CHUMP. You did not get a check from Trump. Trump did not give you a check. Trump was the first president in U.S. history to literally have his signature printed on those checks, to printed on any check. There has not been a president in history with their name printed on a check. Why? Because it doesn't happen. You don't get money from the president. Those checks came from the House that was just given to the Republicans. Now, I don't know who's going to do what or who's going to do the best job and how these things are going to affect my everyday life going forward, but I know that there are many people who are going to be affected. And what I noticed about the previous term was just a lot of hate. It was so much hate. Every day we had to endure children being locked up in cages. Like, I don't want to see that again. There was so much hate between people. You can't even go to the store. You got people jumping in your face, literally spitting on you. Please understand. Please understand that if you see my face ever in the street, I don't care what color you are. If you get stupid with me, I'm getting stupid with you. I live in a stand your ground state, and I'm gonna stand my ground. Don't come out here acting crazy. All of my ladies, all of my beautiful brown girls that have to be afraid that are getting looked down on, that are getting threatened in the streets, that are getting abused in their homes. They're getting abused between their families and friends. Nobody stands up for us the way we stand up for other people. I'm going to try really, really hard to get through this without being emotional. And I know that it's going to be hard. So if I pause every now and again, just allow me grace to go through what I need to get through to get you guys where we need to go. But I want you guys to know when you get tried in these streets, pull up, square up, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink.
Your next season is you square up and you don't blink. This ain't the season where you talking to people. Oh, what I think. No. Make them look off first. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all suburbs, y'all ain't born in the ghetto. You'll never look down. You'll never take your eyes off the enemy. You make them walk away first.
Wow. The elections is passed and we can't do anything about what has happened, we got to make sure that we do some things going forward. So I want to talk a little bit about the things that, that happened, the things that we say are going to go happen going forward, and what's really happening going on. So I want to get into a little bit of what's happening within the abortion area of this whole thing. There are a lot of states that I'm really, really surprised that did not come through for women. They did not come through for women. Women are literally dying trying to have babies for the world. And I think that that is asinine. I think that that is asinine. I don't understand how they expect a world that is mentally sound, spiritually whole, when they are literally destroying people within it. I just don't understand. So anyway, let's get into a little bit about this. The Balancing Act. Since Roe versus Wade was overturned, Trump's abortion stance has been inconsistent. He recently criticized Florida's 6-week ban, sparking backlash, yet he still opposes state measures to protect abortion rights. State versus federal. Trump says abortion laws should be up to individual states. He opposes a national ban, but won't support protections for abortion rights. Trump's 3 appointees played a key role in overturning Roe, but he now distances himself from that and has no plans to restore federal abortion protections. So what did he do? He threw rocks at everybody, threw his hands up in the air, and then backed away from the situation. So what's now happening is that individual states, like you guys are all seeing in the news, they all have their own laws as it pertains to abortion. So now you have people traveling across state lines, going to different places, trying to get medical care that they should be able to get in the states that they live in. A lot of the time, these medical procedures that need to happen are life-saving procedures. We're not just talking about a woman who has a baby, who gets pregnant and just wants to end the pregnancy for no reason. No, these are even life-saving procedures. If it's the mother or the child, unfortunately, it's going to be the mother. Whereas a mother may have the chance to say, okay, I could maybe try again, or there's different things. Everybody has their right to choice, and that's what I believe. So when you take away my right to choose, you take away everybody's right to choose, that's when I have a problem. Don't take away my right to choose. You do what you want to do in your life, and I'll do what I want to do in mine, and vice versa. So we're going to be going through these things in detail as Trump is in office, as these laws change. I'm going to let you know the states that are changing their laws. I know Florida is definitely one of them. I believe Colorado is another one. I'm not sure. I don't want to call out any wrong states on anything. So just stay tuned for the short version of the video, including all the updates about what is happening with the abortion laws. After we go into abortion, we then want to go into immigration. So, Trump did vow that on his first day in office, he was going to be doing the largest deportation effort in U.S. history, including the new detention centers and expanded border enforcement, border security overhaul. Trump wants to shift military funds toward border security, promising to finish the war and expel suspected drug cartel and gang criminals without court hearings. Trump plans on bringing back Remain in Mexico and ending catch and release, leaving asylum seekers waiting outside of the U.S. The problem that I have with this is the manner in which it's done is without care. It doesn't need to be in such a harsh and disgusting way. If this is what our borders call for, to give us security here, create a little bit more jobs for us and things like that, then hey, but we can also help strengthen some of the other places around us so that we're not just kicking people out to go live in nothing, in shambles. So when it comes to immigration, I don't have the most information. I don't want to talk too much about immigration and those laws because there's a lot of sensitive moving pieces. And once the children get involved, I just get teary-eyed and I can't concentrate on the other stuff. So me seeing the children in cages and, being separated from their families, and some of those children still are separated, still don't have their siblings or parents and things like that. So we just have to be mindful of the things that are happening, understand who are the lawmakers that are changing these things. Again, we cannot wait until 4 years from now to figure out who's in charge of what. You need to know what all of your state representatives are doing, what the Congress is doing, what everybody in the House is doing. You need to know what Trump is doing. You need to know what everybody is doing so that in 4 years we make better decisions. Should there be a third party? Should there be a black party? Yes. Yes, there should be. When should we start working on that? Today. Not in 4 months, not in 6 months, not in 3 years when the election is rolling around the corner again. No, today. Today. So when you see the Black Project 2025 information that I'm going to be putting out, you need to be involved. I want to know how you involved. I want to know what you're doing. What are you doing for me? Because I'm over here trying to make your life better. And that's just the honesty of it. Let me just take a look at the chat really quickly and say hello to anybody who has came in. Hey, Candace K, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Florida Water, what's up, honey? Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, Mel. Thank you for sharing. And yes, please be sure to go back and check out some of my previous videos. I did do a video on domestic violence last month for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we did do an interview with Survivor Speaks for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So take a look at that video. It was really, really awesome. You guys should like it. And yes, trigger warning. This is a sensitive topic. It's only going to get more sensitive as time goes on. And the only thing we can do is do the best with what we got. If you don't like my opinions, it's perfectly fine. I appreciate you for stopping by. Maybe another topic would be better for you other than this topic here. So, and finishing up talking about immigration, let's just move on to taxes. That is another big thing. So expiring tax cuts. The tax cuts from the Trump's first term will end in 2025, which could lead to higher taxes for many people unless the Congress extends them. We already know the Republicans are pretty much running everything. They're going to try to extend their policies, and they are in the process of removing all of the Biden Harris, well, not all, but most of the Biden Harris policies that were implemented. Corporate tax cut proposal. Trump wants to reduce the corporate tax rate even more, possibly down to about 15%. No tax on tips. He also proposed making tips tax-free. No tax on Social Security benefits. Trump wants to remove taxes on Social Security benefits, which could be popular with retirees, but could significantly reduce funding for Social Security in the future. So, while my mom may get her Social Security, and I probably won't. Is that what they're saying? Because I've done my time pretty much already. I've been working a while now, well over 20 years. So am I not going to get mines? Is that what's going to happen? Because I don't like that. I'm not sure what everybody else got going on. But how about we call it even? Let my mama get half and let me get my half, and we can just split it. Ain't that how family's supposed to be? Like, no? Is it me? Am I bugging? I don't think I'm bugging. I don't think that my mother would want to leave me without Social Security benefits. I'm just saying. I just don't think that's her. So while there's things that's changing, what's happening here is that it's going to be split. Some people are going to be really happy with what Trump does, and some people are going to get the shit end of the stick, and that's just what's about to happen. You need to have your ducks in a row. You need to make sure that your family is secure. You need to be saving your money. You need to be making sure that you secure time in advance. You cannot be in a place of paycheck to paycheck, bill to bill, because you are going to suffer the moment you have tragedy. Taxes is another big topic. We're going to dig deep into that as well. Another thing up on his plan was in climate control. So rolling back regulations, Trump made it clear he'll cut more environmental protections with a focus on boosting the American car industry, right? Pushing back on the green initiatives. He's been outspoken against electric vehicles, promising to undo Biden's clean energy push. And we all seen the movie where those electric cars was kind of like driving into each other and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm not really digging the electric cars. However, it's a great idea. I don't know what they would need to do to work on that. But the other things that are happening here is also just way off. So the energy focus, despite the U.S. already producing record levels of coal, oil, and natural gas, Trump plans to ramp up production. So how is this going to help the climate? Excuse me. We're going to boost up the car industry. We're going to boost up the digging of the coal, the oils, the natural gases, and all of that. We're going to reduce all of the electric vehicles, reduce all of the green initiatives that were set in place to try to save the climate. And then Trump's administration is expected to act fast to reverse Biden's environmental regulations. So, will we be able to breathe by 2028? I don't know that we'll be able to breathe. He did bring up a good point about these foreign products coming into our United States, but we don't we have BMWs, all kind of foreign cars that come from other countries to the United States, but there is several countries where there are no US cars. There's no Chevrolets or anything like that in those countries. So they send their stuff here, and we're materialistic, so we want to buy all of these fancy things that don't even come from our country. and they make the country over there makes all the money for it. We just get a little tax tariff while the merchandise is on the way in, and that's it. We get the little store gets a little bit of money, but the country over there is making all the money that so why we don't have our products over there. So that is one thing that out of this whole thing of all 4 points, that is the one thing that and it's not even on there. It should be, but yeah, pushing to get our products in other countries as well so that this country can make some of its money back. We've given so much away. The problem is we're in a deficit for funding. Yes, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I don't know what happened. I did start about, I usually do my 5 minute wait and give everybody some time to get in. So I did start at my normal come in time. So I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're here now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I was letting the chat know how I was feeling on election day when I heard the news and, my little heart was broken and things like that. And I was crying like a big baby. So I'll let you see this. This is what my initial reaction was when I woke up on the next morning and I seen Trump and all of those people standing on the stage.
Fuck you and your family, bitch!
Yeah, that's a little bit how I was feeling. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody out there knows that me, my beautiful curly hair, and all my homegirls is pulling up just
Your
like
next season is you square up and you don't blink. This ain't the season where you talking to people up where I think no. Make them look off first. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all suburbs, y'all ain't born in the ghetto. You'll never look down. You'll never take your eyes off the enemy. You make them walk away first.
So yeah, that's what I was going through over here. Just letting folks know a little bit about the things, other things, while we're going through the real information and the topic as well. But pour my little heart out to this world as well, just because I'm nervous about what's to come for all of us. It's not a me thing. I really honestly don't think it's even a racial issue at this point. It's not about black or white. It's not about me or you. It's about right or wrong. And we all got to come to the same conclusion about what right and wrong is before we can move forward. And I just think that's really important. That's what we're lacking. That's not happening. And it needs to get there. It needs to get there. Yep, 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 yep. Yes, I felt the same way. Candace, girl, I was like, what the heck? Oh my God. Somebody help me, Jesus, please. Oh God, I was pissed off. I can't even tell you guys how. And it wasn't like a sad, it was like a real disappointment, like an anger, like a letdown. It was like asking for a bike for Christmas and just not getting it. Like, and getting skates. Or, I don't even know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. But whew, let's try to get through these last few talking points so that we can start getting to work because we got things to do after this. And unfortunately, we're not gonna get to a place where we could just sit and relax and breathe for a long time. We got things to worry about. We got things to work on. I don't even know who needs the work at this point. I'm so exhausted with people because the way that this thing went was just, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain that, but let's just keep going. So after we get through this climate section, we're just going to move on and talk about education, race and gender in schools. Now, this topic is going to get very touchy. And I'm not fighting with nobody. Everybody needs to govern their own children and their own education in their own way. So I'm just going to go through the talking points. If you have any comments, go ahead and put them down in the chat. And then once I finish, I'll double check the chat to see if you guys have any comments on what's going to happen as far as education. So race and gender in schools, Trump vows to cut federal funding for schools that teach about race and gender. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I would suggest you get your history books. I would suggest you brush up your history yourself. Somebody needs to be teaching these children Black history. You cannot, removing Black history from history, there can't even be an American history. So we need to make sure that our children are educated the right way and they're getting the right story. No longer is it time for you to not be checking your kids' homework. I don't care if they're in high school. You need to get that notebook. You need to figure out what the hell they're learning, and you need to figure out what's missing out that lesson. And you need to make sure that they are learning it. Google is a big place. You got libraries, you got bookstores. Get the information before they start erasing it. The way they are trying to erase history is crazy. It's only shit you see on YouTube, but that's neither here nor there. Just erase the whole thing. Let's act like it never happened. Okay. Transgender rights. He promises to overhaul Title and roll back protections for transgender women in sports. Trump's administration previously argued that allowing transgender women to play on women's teams violated federal anti-discrimination laws. Trump wants to restore the 2020 rule that defines how schools handle sexual misconduct, reports, and could impact policies regarding transgender students in sports and facilities. Trump also aims to reinstate his 1776 Commission to promote patriotic civics education, pushing for a more traditional narrative in classrooms. Now I know y'all know what that means, and I gotta explain it. I think I did enough explaining in the beginning. They want to erase Black history. They don't want it being taught in schools. They want everything about the sexual rights and the transgender rights. They want those things to disappear as though it never happened, and then take the rights away from the people. What about the people who have already began their transitioning and not having their medicine can cause a great deal of medical issues for them? Again, this is not a personal struggle of mine, but I have friends that get affected. I have family members that get affected. So yeah, it personally affects me too when somebody I love is affected. I don't know what I can do to fight for this other than know exactly who's voting for it and against it. So if I'm voting for someone who is for it, there is a much bigger chance that these things will remain in place. Let's see what we got going on here. Hey, Sheree girl. How you doing? Nobody can see my comments in Mel's chat. Mel, check it out for me. I know that, Mel, I know that you're having something going on over there. All right, she'll check it out for you. You don't see her, Mel? Okay. All right, Sheree. We'll make sure that we check that out to make sure that, you can be seen in Mel's chats too. I know there's some issue going on over there, but I'm not 100% sure what that is. So, yeah. Hold on, what I see. I see her. I don't think she can see me. All right, can you go ahead and Mel, drop your email address, let her reach out to you via email so that you guys can converse and get that resolved. Yep, there we go. Yep. Okay. So that's what's happening in the schools, removal of some things. Again, the rights of our of people may not be you, but somebody you love, somebody's rights are just being stripped. Um, One of his big things is these tariffs, and I swear, I know we're going to have to hear a lot of information about tariffs. However, Trump's talking 10 to 20% tariffs on most foreign goods, with China feeling the heaviest hit at 60%. He wants to boost the U.S. manufacturing and stop outsourcing jobs overseas. While the goal is more jobs, some say this could mean higher prices for everyday consumers. So, while we think that our taxes are going to go down, the prices are just going to go up because he's going to be putting tariffs on everything. Just as it that just this all started during the pandemic when all of those tariffs was placed on those items coming back and forth, and it's going to get worse from there. It's going to get worse now. So don't expect to see a great difference in your bill, right? So just like they do any sale at any store, one day it's 19.99. Then you go to the store the following week, they got it in the ad, it's 25% off. It's 25% off, but now it's $25.99 or $24.99. So it's going to be the same kind of a thing. You won't see a big difference in your bill. Will you go to the store and those numbers look lower on the shelf? Yes, that's what you'll see. But the taxes is going to just be higher on the actual item. There's only going to be but so much. It can be lowered. You're not going to see a major difference in that for a while. Do want to get into foreign affairs just a little bit here. I do want you guys to know that we have been in active war for a very long time now outside of Gaza, Israel, what's happening there, what's happening in Ukraine. We have been in active war for a very long time now. You can Google it. It'll tell you the date for each war that we're in and for how long we've been in it. This is all information that's literally at your fingertips that you should know. So as far as Gaza and Israel, Trump wants to end the Gaza conflict by January, backing Israel's control while proposing a $50 billion boost for the Palestine's economy. So again, he's going to be what he's saying he don't want nobody else to do, sending money to other countries. He's going to be doing the same thing, pretty much paying for this war to end. Ukraine war. Trump promises to end the Ukraine-Russia war within 24 hours. There's still no plan. Days later, still not done. Nothing is happening there. So he's already falling short of what's to come as far as foreign affairs. I'm just hoping that he doesn't start a World War III because he has the capability of doing such. As far as NATO, Trump wants out of global conflicts, pledging to stop funding Ukraine and pushing for NATO countries to meet defense spending targets or lose protection. Now, when it comes to NATO, that's a whole nother beast in itself. These are the topics that we're going to be breaking down. Once a month, we're going to go and break down these topics again, and we're going to see what has changed. We're going to see what is updated. We're going to see what was done, what was not done, and who was in charge of it, so that we can hold people accountable. Accountability. That's what we want to do. Accountability. So what are we going to do about coming together? I was scrolling and I came across a few different videos. A lot of the videos are saying, like women, black women have always had to hold the country down. We stand up for everybody. We root for everybody. We always have, this protest in the front of the heart, this protest in the front of the heart. And a lot of the times, nobody is standing up for us. Just like what just happened, we are the most unprotected people in the world. So we want to be careful, and we want to make sure that we understand how we're going to protect ourselves, right? If they don't protect us, who's going to protect us? Us. Because why? This princess doesn't need nobody to save her. I can do that myself. I'm good. We can hold each other down, us ladies. We're going to make sure that we stay prayed up. We're going to make sure that we get some boxing skills going on. We want to make sure that everybody is locked and loaded around here. If you need help, please, by all means, reach out to me. I will make sure that you get the information that you need. But I want us all to be as safe. I want us to all feel safe. As I go through these streets, I feel safe. I want you guys to feel safe as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please follow me. I am on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I am on Discord. You guys are going to get an overflow pretty much of content literally over the next couple of weeks. Less than 10 days now. I'm going to be moving, so I got some dope content coming out, building my little closet, things like that. Some other stuff that'll help us get our minds off of the raggedy world that we live in. Yeah. Speaky, did you see where people were saying that they did mail-in ballots, but they pulled back and said it? Yeah. There was a lot of people that was saying that their mail-in ballots couldn't be found in the system. I also seen there were mail-in ballots that just randomly fell off the back of a truck, and a citizen literally found the boxes driving down the street not too far behind the truck, pick up the ballots and take them back to the place. Why do a citizen have to do that? Why the hell wasn't the ballot secured? Then there was ballot boxes being set on fire. Those ballots that were mailed there, they're gone. They're not coming back. So I'm just literally disgusted. I am just disgusted. I don't know how else to say it. But I came across this other video, and this guy, he's talking about black men and gangs and us coming together a little bit differently. And I wanted to share you guys his thoughts because I like them. I like the thoughts. I cannot tell a lie. I like the thoughts.
All you niggas talking about you GD, BD, Vice Lord, Blood, Crip, Folk on the Hustler, MC Soul, BGF, motherfucking all so-called black gangs need to be transformed into a military brigade, man. Enough is enough, man. All this ops stuff, you got ops and all this shit, nigga. Nigga, we got real ops, nigga. We got real shit going on out here, man. All this shit talking about you got ops. They ain't your ops, nigga. Nobody with this skin color as me is my motherfucking op, nigga. Unless you a motherfucking pedophile, nigga. Unless you a motherfucking rapist, nigga. But all so-called black gangs need to be transformed into a military brigade, man. We need to militarize. We need to unite. We need to come together. We, so-called black gangs in America, we are the army. We is the Navy. We are the fucking soldiers. We the generals. We the warriors for our nation. And you niggas still sitting around here trying to kill each other? Fuck wrong with you niggas, man? It's time to come together, man. It's time to unite, man. It's time to militarize, man. Militarize. A military brigade, man. So we can protect our people from racist police officers, motherfucking rapists and pedophiles, and knucklehead Negroes that don't want to get on code. It's time to unite. It's time to militarize. It's time to organize. It's time to get structured so we can protect our people, man. The time is now. Nigga, we in the last fucking days, nigga. We gotta come together, nigga. If we don't unite and come together, we gonna perish. Enough is enough with the fucking bullshit, nigga. And you got a problem with what I said, nigga, don't fucking ask me, nigga. I said what the fuck I said. Unite or die. Fuck you talking about?
Unite or die. Unite or we gotta come together. We have to come together better than what we have. All of this nasty shit that's happening needs to stop. It needs to stop. It is a waste of time, is a waste of space, is a waste of energy. It is not helping nobody. I'm only one person. I can't stop people from getting prosecuted. I can't and stop people from getting a death penalty and save everybody on the Innocence Project and be the head of the 2025 Black Project. I'm only one person, so I gotta know that the people who rock with me, the people who are around me, the people who care are doing these things with me. If we're not doing these things together, then it makes absolutely no sense. I am tired. Do you know how many protests I've walked on? Do you know how many things I've been a part of that had nothing to do with me? I am tired. Are y'all not tired? I am tired of having to do all the standing up. And we get spitted on and shitted on the most. I don't want to have to fight with nobody with a half a brain that I know I'm supposed to be making more money than. I'm tired of it. I don't want to have to walk down the street and be harassed. I don't want to go to a grocery store and be harassed. All of these things that happen daily in our own communities, from the men that's supposed to be protecting us, they treating us like shit. From the girls that's supposed to be our sisters, they some straight up bitches. Like, come on. What are we doing? Is it just me? Am I tripping? I can't be the only person that feels like this. With all the wrong that I have seen, how I've seen girls get done so wrong. I've seen women get done so wrong. So wrong. Like, I can't even choose what I'm going to do with my own body now. That is asinine to me. I cannot believe that that's a thing. That doesn't affect me. I'm a lesbian. I don't have any children. But I have nieces. I got friends that I don't want to see have some medical issue going wrong when they thinking they just bringing a blessing into the world, and now they having a medical issue and they can't get no help. Girls are being left to bleeding. They literally are being left in hospitals, left in doctors' rooms, bleeding. One girl, she went bleeding. They said they wouldn't touch her. Sent her back home to have it by herself, just bleeding. And she's miscarrying. Could you imagine the psychology, the psyche of a person who has to miscarry a baby on their own? That can't be the thing that's okay going forward. That makes me feel so heavy. That makes me feel very heavy. And again, not heavy for me, but heavy for maybe my niece, your niece, you, your sister, your god sister, your cousins, somebody. I can't believe that more men didn't stand up for us. I heard a black woman say that you wasn't gonna get no stimulus check from none of these other presidents. I said, what? You some kind of special, aren't you? You some kind of special. And you guys, I promise I'm trying my best to get through these next conversations as politely as I possibly can. But I don't got the time to play with these people, and I don't want these people playing with me. Y'all gonna see Sneaky Link all over the goddamn headlines the first time I go in a goddamn store and somebody gets stupid with me. Y'all will be all over the internet. I'm going nuts. Are y'all kidding me? I'm gonna make sure that for every person going forward, they don't try that. They don't need to try stuff like that. And you know why I think a lot of this happened? I think that this went this way, and I don't want to blame it on on any one specific situation, but I think they took those folding chairs personally. I really think they took those folding chairs personally. It was like, oh hell no, that nigga swam across the lake and got and what? Now I think they took the folding chairs joke personally. They were really upset. They got afraid. They were scared. They seen how we were coming together. We was gonna wild out. They did not like those folding chairs. They was upset. When y'all heard that smack across the head, it was all over for us then. It was all over for us at that very moment. Let me see something. Okay, Mel, you can go ahead and send it to me. These things gotta be talked about. And again, some people not gonna like it. You gonna have to go somewhere else because I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say for my platform. I don't care about no flagging. I don't care about no monetization. I don't care about none of that. So when you see a topic like this, I'm probably gonna be going crazy, and I'm probably gonna be talking in a way that you don't normally hear, my calm demeanor, and all of that, because yeah, we got some stuff to work on. I need to make sure that there's some history lessons going around. We need to be making sure these kids is watching these black movies. I seen my niece. I was asking her something. I was like, it was so many movies that she said she never seen, and like Boys in the Hood. And I'm like, you never seen Boys in the Hood? She's like, no, that's a boy movie. Who the hell told you that? It's a black movie. Who taught you that? Who told you that? Y'all need to be giving these kids y'all history that y'all had, opening up books yourselves. Sunday dinner, y'all need to be talking about some shit. I mean, real shit. Sorry, I'm just trying to calm down a little bit here. Oh goodness, I need a little break. Let me just get a little break here, guys.
Black girl, pretty black girl, get out the back, girls. You're a 10, destined to win. Oh, ooh. You were loved, you were chosen, you were blessed, you were broken, you were left, you were hurt, you were alone, you found a home. You've earned your flowers, and every single one of your followers. You twirled your way into our hearts. Your pirouettes are works of art. Keep pointing them pretty little toes. You are forever in our hearts. She had one wish, perseverance, strength. She was a gift, talented, brave. I got a witness, greatness, perfection. I felt your realness, determination. You inspired a nation. Your presence was all present. Black girl, pretty black girl. You're a 10, destined to win. Strength from within. Oh, ooh. You were loved, we won't forget you. You were loved, you were chosen, you were blessed, you weren't broken, you were left, you were hurt, you were alone, you found a home. You earned your flowers, and every single one of your followers, you twirled your way into our hearts. Your pirouettes are works of art, keep pointing your pretty little toes. You are forever in our hearts. We had one wish, perseverance, strength. She was a gift, talented, brave. I got a witness, greatness, perfection. I felt your realness, determination. You inspired a nation. Your presence was all present. Black girl, pretty black girl. You're a 10, destined to win. Strength from within. Oh, ooh. We won't forget you.
Oh goodness, guys. Goodness. Just so you guys know, that song was written by me. You will get a Christmas album coming up soon. You will also get CHUMP track coming up soon. There's gonna be some good music coming up soon. Take a peek at my playlist and things like that. There's a lots of music on there for you guys to take a listen to. And yeah, I hope I was able to give you guys enough information, lighten it up a little bit. There's just a couple more things here left to go over. And then I'm going to free you from this madness into the world of some more madness. I'm sure there is some horror going on in the world. But remember, don't forget, somebody get up in your face. They get crazy with you. They start talking to you disrespectfully.
Your next season is you square up and you don't blink. This ain't the season where you talking to people. Oh, no. Make them look off first. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all suburbs, y'all ain't born in the ghetto. You'll never look down. You'll never take your eyes off the enemy. You make them walk away first.
My content is so fire and you know that. That's facts. Ain't no looking past at the sneaky link, she's a hashtag. It's time to get this money, hit me up on the cash app. I hear you talking big support and now show me where your cash at. Cash app. Now dig into that stash. Don't let the love ever slack. I'm forever giving back. My beauty is so black. Content is so fire and you know that. That's facts. Ain't no looking past at the sneaky link, she's a hashtag. It's time to get this money, hit me up on the cash app. I hear you talking big support and now show me where your cash at. Cash app.
Again, another Sneaky Link original. Thank you guys all for being here. Let's see your comments in the bottom right quick before I move on. All I needed to see and hear this. Yes, I'm glad I was able to give you something today. I hope that picked y'all up a little bit, made y'all feel good. There's some There's some things that's about to go on. There's some things about to happen. We're going to cry through some of it. We're going to scream through some of it. We're going to laugh through some of it, but we're going to get through all of it. Whether that be together or apart, that's for us to decide. And I think we need to do it together. We cannot do it alone. One person can't do it. So I think that when we all take our time to work on that, we'll be good. Yes, Mel is dope. Yes, you can check out my song for Michaela. You can check out the full playlist. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Please hit the like button for me. You know, this is a really big space to jump into. So, all of your likes and your shares help. If you can share it to your page, please do. Even if you're not a content creator, you still have a community wall. If you just click that share button and go ahead and type catch the replay in the description and then just go ahead and hit post. That'll be perfect. If you need to share it with some of your friends on other platforms, that's great as well. Go ahead and copy the link, send it to text it to your friends. Do what you got to do to let the message get heard because we're going to keep having these conversations and we're going to make sure that we're all informed by 2028, that we can all have an intelligent conversation and we're going to get through this together. I think it's just a couple of little clips left that we played through. And I think Mel wants us to take a look at something too. Hang on a second. Let me take a look at that. So, do y'all think we fought enough? Should we be just minding our business and acting like we don't hear the screams for the next 4 years? I really want to do something about it. And then I also really want to be like her. I just, not my business. Not my monkey, not my circus.
Fuck you and your family, bitch!
Yeah. Chomp. Fuck you and your family, bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. That's so rude. That is so rude, so rude. But it is what it is. I'm sorry. Sometimes the truth hurts, and this time it ain't hurting me. I don't know what to tell them. I don't know what to tell them. This time it's gonna hurt them. The decisions that they made, I've seen men already. There's this one post I read. The lady is like, "Oh, my husband went to work and he just found out that he's not going to be getting his holiday bonus because they're going to be pre-purchasing materials in advance for the next 4 years due to the tariffs." And that's who y'all voted for. Spanish people, not Puerto Ricans, but Mexicans, Venezuelans, Colombians, Cubans, and you voted for him? Out of here. That's what that's your constellation prize. You get to get out. Do you know they're implementing like a whole thing like if uh a person is not American and they come from another country here and commit a crime, they trying to give these people they tell them 10 years off the rip. God forbid anybody American dies, death penalty. That could be a fight in a grocery store that just goes wrong. Death penalty. It's the details of the things that are happening are crazy. Gotta laugh. Gotta do that. Gotta definitely laugh. Sounds like something my kids would say. Hey, Elise, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please make sure you hit the like button. Thank you for sharing, and I appreciate you. Everybody that's in the bushes, jump out. Hit the like button. I don't care if you hit the thumbs down button either. Do what you gotta do. I said what the fuck I said. You mad about it? Is you mad about it? Because if you're mad about it, go read something. Go read something. Go figure something out. Go learn you something. Thank you, Bay. Thank you, Bay. I appreciate you. And yeah, y'all, please make sure to check me out on all platforms. Please make sure to check me out on all platforms. Give me a minute. Let me play something so that I can go and double check what Mel wanted us to take a look at. While I have you guys here, we normally talk about capital punishment and things like that. So I'm going to let you guys listen to this 5 minute interview that I did on Robert Roberson, and he was actually given clemency. So he was not given the lethal injection. There is a lot of controversy surrounding his clemency, so I am going to be jumping back into that. So I'm just going to throw this on for you guys really quickly so you can catch up. This way I can go see what needs to be played over there, and then I'm going to let you guys get out of here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Hold on. Let me get the comments on the screen. Call your congresswoman. I don't care who you call, a Ghostbuster. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Yes, stay positive. Hug your neighbor. Grab your girls. Treat her to a drink. Bring your best friend some flowers every now and again. Be a stand-up person. Little things like that. It'll definitely get you on your way. Sneaky Turkey Graham, I followed you. Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me go ahead and play this right quick, and let me see if I can get Mel's stuff going.
Hello and welcome to The Excerpt. I'm Taylor Wilson. In 2002, Robert Roberson brought his very sick 2-year-old daughter Nikki to the emergency room. She died the next day. After daughter's diagnosed SBS, or shaken baby syndrome, Roberson was arrested and later convicted. He now sits on death row in Texas, scheduled for execution on October 17th. The man largely responsible for putting him there is Brian Wharton, the former police detective who led the investigation and subsequent arrest of Roberson. Wharton, now an ordained minister in the United Methodist Church, says he made a mistake and Roberson is in fact innocent. Will it be enough to save his life? Brian, thank you so much for joining me today on The Excerpt.
I'm glad to be here.
So Brian, let's just start here. Would you tell us about Robert Roberson and kind of give us a snapshot of what happened 22 years ago as you understood it back then?
Robert took his child to the hospital because she was unresponsive when he found her in the morning. I sent an investigator to the hospital. After some time there, the investigator let me know that there was too much going on for him to kind of take it all in, and so he asked for some help, and so I went. And the two of us began to kind of open our investigation. The ER itself around the child, around Nikki, was rather frantic. They were doing a number of medical procedures, life-saving procedures, I guess. And then the father was there. Robert was there. The hospital folks had already noticed that there was something odd about him and mentioned that to us. And then our initial contacts with him, that showed itself. He was not emotionless, but very just kind of flat. Nothing we said or nothing that was going on in the hospital seemed to garner what you would consider a normal reaction to the circumstances.
Can y'all hear me?
He was very matter-of-fact in his answers to us.
Hello and welcome to The Excerpt. I'm Taylor Wilson. In 2002, Robert Roberson brought his very sick 2-year-old daughter Nikki to the emergency room. She died the next day. After daughter's diagnosed SBS, or shaken baby syndrome, Roberson was arrested and later convicted. He now sits on death row in Texas, scheduled for execution on October 17th. The man largely responsible for putting him there is Brian Wharton, the former police detective who led the investigation and subsequent arrest of Roberson. Wharton, now an ordained minister in the United Methodist Church, says he made a mistake and Roberson is in fact innocent. Will it be enough to save his life? Brian, thank you so much for joining me today on The Excerpt.
I'm glad to be here.
So Brian, let's just start here. Would you tell us about Robert Roberson and kind of give us a snapshot of what happened 22 years ago as you understood it back then?
Robert took his child to the hospital because she was unresponsive when he found her in the morning. I sent an investigator to the hospital. After some time there, the investigator let me know that there was too much going on for him to kind of take it all in, and so he asked for some help, and so I went. And then the two of us began to kind of open our investigation. The ER itself around the child, around Nikki, was rather frantic. They were doing a number of medical procedures, life-saving procedures, I guess. And then the father was there, Robert was there. The hospital folks had already noticed that there was something odd about him and mentioned that to us. And then our initial contacts with him, that showed itself. He was not emotionless, but very just kind of flat. Nothing we said or nothing that was going on in the hospital seemed to garner what you would consider a normal reaction to the circumstances. He was very matter-of-fact in his answers to us. And this is the way it continued with him through the investigation.
Brian, why was Robertson convicted, in your opinion? What was it that convinced the jury to convict him?
Well, I think at the time, we all felt like we had good information, that we were presenting to the court a strong case for shaken babysitter. We had established that at the time the child became incapacitated, that Robert was the only adult in the room. The medical examiner's report, the report from the hospital in Dallas, all kind of came together and spelled out shaken babysitter. As we got closer to the trial, that there was nothing else that we felt like that we needed to run down. We had a diagnosis. He was the one there. He admits he was there. He talks about her falling out of bed that night and possibly hitting her head, but that they went back to bed and everything was fine, and then waking up later to find her non-responsive and taking her to the hospital. So he kind of puts himself there at the time that the alleged injury would have occurred, and nobody else is present. That's the case that went to trial, and we were very comfortable with that. Now, that said, there were some parts of what made it into the trial that made me uncomfortable, but this is, after the fact. I'm not in the room when it occurs. I just come to understand that it happened. And part of that was the introduction of the sexual assault claim against Robert from the evening. While he was in the emergency room, there was a sexual assault nurse available, and she examined Nikki and indicated that she saw signs that were indicative of an assault. She was the only one that saw those. There was no further evidence to corroborate what she saw. It didn't show up in the medical examination. It didn't show up anywhere. But out of an abundance of caution, we had all the physical evidence examined for anything that was indicative of sexual activity. And nothing. There was no physical evidence of sexual activity. But that allegation was still made before the jury. And so that was, for me, in the years following, a part of what was unsettling to me. To me, that tainted the jury process. And then right before this thing goes to jury for conviction, they withdraw the charge. So it wasn't a convicted offense.
Brian, as we've mentioned, a core issue that you take with Robertson's conviction centers on shaken baby syndrome.
Yes.
What makes you so certain that Nikki did not die of SBS?
Well, I'm not a biomedical engineer. I am not a physician. From what I glean from the writing and what I'm able to read, it just didn't happen that way. It doesn't feel like it happened that way. There's no evidence that it happened that way. What I understand about shaken baby syndrome, and particularly in her case, is if she was shaken significantly enough to create the internal brain injuries that were seen, there would have had to have been also neck injuries. And there were no neck injuries. The additional medical evidence that the pathologist missed, as far as like the pneumonia, she had substantial pneumonia in both lungs, and she was on Phenergan and another opioid to help her with pre-existing conditions, both of which were respiratory suppressants, and neither of which you're allowed to prescribe to children anymore. These things all contributed to what was going on in her body, but we took none of those other things into consideration. There's no surety here anymore. There is no beyond a reasonable doubt here anymore. There's plenty of doubt that we got it wrong. I mean, that Robert is a completely innocent man, and we got it completely wrong because we were looking for the wrong things. We fell into the trap of confirmation bias. That emotional charge in the hospital, that here's a 2-year-old little girl that is about to die. Somebody did this to her. Who did it? How did it happen? And the first thing you hear is abuse, shaken baby syndrome, and we just take it and run with it. And we find all the facts that we need to make it stand up.
So, yeah. As you guys can see, the young girl was really sick. She had pre-existing conditions. She was taking medications that were not really good for her, which is why we don't subscribe those medications to children anymore today. She was sick. She had 104 fever. She had pneumonia. The child was really, really ill, and the father was actually ill as well. He did suffer from autism that was undiagnosed for a long time. So there was issues there, and there was issues with the mom as well. So there was a lot that went wrong with this little girl, and he has been granted clemency. However, again, there's a lot of issues surrounding his clemency and them creating new laws literally to get him out of jail. So even with no proof or anything like that right now, he still sits on death row, unaware if he will be executed or if he will be able to live. So these are things that are going to be affected with these new changes in the law. These are the things that we want to look for. These are the things that we're going to, at least from this channel, what I'll be taking a look at. Yeah, so it's been a lot. There's been a lot of information here. Some of it has been favorable to some, and some has not been so favorable to some. And that's okay. Again, you have a platform, and you're more than welcome to share your thoughts there and invite me over to listen. I'll make sure I listen as to your thoughts on your page. I will not be allowing people to share their thoughts here because this is my page and my channel, and only I will be doing that. However, you can leave your comments in the chat. If you were in the bushes, if you're catching this on the replay, please go ahead and hit the like button. Please keep in mind that this video is not monetized as well. So if you can, go ahead and do me a favor and hit me on the Cash App. You can go ahead and check out the rest of this full video there as well. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Aw, thank you, Mel. I appreciate you. You're the bestest. You're the bestest. I don't care what nobody say. Fuck that. That's my opinion on that topic. That's heartbreaking. Yeah, it's really sad. Hopefully, hopefully things get better. Oh, it's okay. You know what I tell you. Give him what he wants. Give him everything. I don't care what it is. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Spoil him. Thanks, Vacay, for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Sniper Squad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on. I can't take him to his first strip club just yet. But we going to Vegas style party. Get him good and spoiled, send him back home all rotten and disgusting. He'll be like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Shout out to the Sniper Squad. Shout out to the Sniper Squad. Always for my food. Yeah, they will get you for that food, boy. As soon as you get ready to take you a good bite, think you about to have that for yourself? Nope. Yeah, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I have fun with y'all as always. I really, really do. Thank you guys for being here. I know that we're going to have some tough times going forward. And I know that my topics and my commentary is a little bit heavy. And I'm going to try to make sure that I get you guys some fun stuff in there every now and again. I hope you checked out my Halloween content. That was pretty fun. I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. So you guys will get a chance to see me doing some fun stuff there. We'll be baking cookies and costume and Christmas pajamas and ugly sweaters, and we'll be doing all of the things over here. And you guys will also be helping me build my closet along the way. So yeah, some fun stuff will be sneaking in there. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and rock out on a little commercial. And I'll see y'all next time. Thank you guys for being here. Please share if you care. Hit the like button. Jump out of the bushes. If you're on a replay crew, please make sure you smash that like button. Please make sure you share if you care. And I'm going to get up out of here. I think I am. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here.
My content is so fire and you know that. That's facts. Ain't no looking past at the sneaky link, she's a hashtag. It's time to get this money, hit me up on the cash app. I hear you talking big support and now show me where your cash at. Cash app. Now dig into that stash. Don't let the love ever slack. I'm forever giving back. My beauty is so black. Content is so fire and you know that. That's facts. Ain't no looking past at the sneaky link, she's a hashtag. It's time to get this money, hit me up on the cash app. I hear you talking big support and now show me where your cash at. Cash app.
I see you. I see you. Just a looking and a lurking. Get your ass up off the pressure sticks twerking. Can you pause? See the like the biggest working. Now drop some links in the chat. You